Hey there all you handsome bastards and classy ladies, and apparently my voice is a little bit gone. Excuse me. Okay, let's try that again. Hey there all you handsome bastards and classy ladies, and welcome to what might not necessarily be a brand new series. I'm not entirely sure how far I'm going to get into Bloodborne, mainly because it's a game that involves a lot of grinding. That said, if there's a demand there, I've got no problem grinding my way through it and uploading as many videos as I can, but we're going to play up until the Cleric Beast at the very least. I have played this game a little bit. I got as far as the Cleric Beast. I beat him. But after that, then, yeah, I haven't got much further. So do sit back, relax, throw your feet up, enjoy this. It's a great game. It really is. It's fantastic. If you're looking to invest in a good RPG, this one comes highly recommended. Although I'm just going to make a few adjustments to volume. I'm just going to bump the sound effects more than anything. I'm just going to drop that down to 4. Just so it doesn't drown out my voice or anything, because it's a very loud game. So yes, that's enough rambling. Sit back, relax, throw your feet up, and enjoy. I'm going to get the intro going right about now.
Oh, yeah. Pale blood. Well, you've come to the right place. Yharnam is the home of blood ministration. You need only unravel its mystery. But where's an outsider like yourself to begin? Easy, with a bit of Yharnam blood of your own. But first, you'll need a contract.
What I do love about the Dark Souls games and Bloodborne as well is this sort of, they don't worry about giving you too much with the narrative, you know? Let me just give it a moment. So what I've done, right, weirdly enough, I actually got a few requests off of must have been about 5 people, I think, or so, and they asked me if I ever was to play Bloodborne on my channel, or Mass Effect, or Dragon Age Origins, or basically any game where you create your own character. They requested that I go ahead and create a female character, and given that a couple of people had made that request from me, and you know, I'm a man of the people. If people requested it, I'm going to do it for them. And to be perfectly honest with you, I do feel like females are under what's the word? There's not that many of them in terms of characters. You know, no one ever really creates a female character in these games. So I'm happy to kind of, you know, my inner feminist, I'm happy to let it loose. So yeah, I had a couple of people request that I make a female character, so I am going to go ahead and load up this one. I'm not gonna lie, people, I didn't make this character myself. I just basically looked up the first YouTube video I could find where it said, you know, create female character in Bloodborne, and I just plagiarized the shit out of it. In terms of names, I'm gonna give this character the name that I plan on giving my my daughter, if I ever have a daughter, which is Amelia. Yeah, for myself and Jess, though, we're not looking at having children for a while. So there you go, nice fast character creation. So yeah, to those of you who requested that I make a female character, I told you I would. I kept my promise. Rosmarinus, a special weapon used by the choir, high-ranking members of the healing church, sprays a cloud of sacred mist. I don't know how mist can get scared. Liquid medicine concocted at, I'm not even going to try and pronounce it, Bergenworth. Calms the nerves. Snuff, in other words. Those who delve into the arcane fall. Damn it! Pistol made out of workshop for hunters stalking beasts. Hunter firearms are especially... Ah, damn it, it never gives you enough time to read the whole thing.
Good. All signed and sealed. Now, let's begin the transfusion. Oh, don't you worry. Whatever happens, you may think it all a mere bad dream.
I don't like the sound of an involuntary transfusion. Believe it or not, but those freaky little gremlin guys, they're actually...
You found yourself a hunter.
They're actually friendly, believe it or not. They're cute little critters. Once you realize they're not these terrible little hell beasts that are out to kill you, you actually get kind of attached to them. Okay. Seek pale blood to transcend the hunt. You see, like, I just love, they use these terms that they don't really make a whole lot of grammatical sense, you know? But it works in games like this, like the Dark Souls games and Bloodborne and everything. It works, it makes sense. Well, not that it makes sense, but, you know, it works. It adds to the atmosphere. Hang on, I love these little guys. So, R1 to attack, R2 for power attack, and I can attack with my left hand, and I can dodge. And that's about the gist of all that I can do. No, hang on, why am I cupping my hands? Oh yeah, there we go. Okay. I forgot, L1 is to transform. There is no defend in this game. It's raw offense. Well, if it isn't an old werewolf. An old lycanthrope. A lichen. You're in the wrong game, buddy. You belong in my Order 1886 trailer. Series. Oh. So yeah, in the usual fashion of these like Dark Souls games and everything, you're pretty much meant to die very early on, you know. It's kind of like a mandatory death that you have to do. But of course, if you want, you can also beat this guy. It's a bit tricky. But what I love about Bloodborne as well is it's the only game I've ever played that lets you fist fight a werewolf with your bare hands right at the beginning. Ah no. He got me. I put up a respectable enough fight though that I can take that on the chin. I like how he's still spazzing out. Bastard of Lauren. Special material used in Holy Chalice ritual. Remains of Lauren infant infected by the scourge. Ugh, a harbinger of curses and symbol of defilement. That's bleak. That's dark by any man's standards. I love the whole zombie sound. Okay, so if you basically run along this path, you're just gonna get a whole bunch of these notes lying around the place. They just give you hints and advice and stuff like that on how to play the game. I'm actually playing this. I'm playing this in offline mode at the moment, simply because in this particular profile that I'm playing on, I don't actually have a PlayStation Plus account, so it won't let me use the online features. But I do, of course, play online using my other profile, which is CHLane. So, CHLANE. Add me on PSN if you ever want to play a game with me or anything like that. So this creepy doll is actually how you level up in the game. She does not activate until after you get to the cleric piece, until you activate that fight. So, I just want to show you something here. These guys, they sell your hunter gear here. So you're talking about like 1,500, so 1,000, 2,000. So you want 2,500 blood echoes for full hunter gear. Obviously, I've got no souls at the moment, so I can't buy anything. But yeah. Alright, so they offer me a trick weapon. Now, the hunter's axe is a bit of a beast of a weapon. I have never used a threaded cane, but I can never say no to the saw cleaver. So I'm going to take that. Saw cleaver. There we go. Now, for ranged weapons, right? The ranged weapons aren't really damage dealing. They're meant to stagger people. So you got the hunderbuss, the blunderbuss, which is great for crowd control, but doesn't really do a whole lot of damage. And you got the hunter's pistol, that yeah, it's a bit more focused, and I prefer it, to be honest with you. So I'm gonna go with the hunter's pistol. Just stick that into my left hand. Boom. There we go. They're going to give me a notebook. Now, I actually want to show you something really cool with the notebook that, as far as I can tell, not many people are actually aware that you can do this, right? So, oh, I can't actually use the notebook here. Oh, maybe it can only be used in online. That's close too. Okay, that's fine. So I gotta go back to the first floor sick room. I know that we're armed with weapons. We have to pay Mr. Werewolf another little visit, the big bad wolf, and beat the ever-loving snot out of him. Speaking of Big Bad Wolf, I actually bought the PS4 version of The Wolf Among Us, so once I do eventually get through Tales from the Borderlands, which I hope to finish up later on today, and finish off Game of Thrones, I do hope to go back as well and do all of The Wolf Among Us using the PlayStation 4 version, just because it is actually my favourite Telltale Games game. So I really do want that on my channel. Can I use the notebook here? God damn it, I can't. Okay, so once I get to the stage where I can play this online again. Hello, Mr. Werewolf. There we go. See how much easier that was? Alright, blood vials, which are basically how you restore health in this game. Ah yeah, he's all messed up. Well, you see, everyone is infected in this game from corrupted blood, so they probably have some potent mix of like syphilis or AIDS or I don't know what other bloodborne diseases there are. I'm gonna go with syphilades. A hefty combination of the two. But yeah, just to give a bit of background on what I'm talking about with the notebook, you can actually leave a message for people, but you can add like a little phantom to it as well, so you can leave gestures in your message. It is a very cool feature. I'm a big fan of it. Pop that open there now. But I'll show you how to do it maybe when I switch over to my online account, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to play with this character up to a certain point. It's more or less the same character that I have in my other profile, and then once I get caught up I'll just switch over, you know. That said, I haven't actually excuse me, I haven't actually played this in quite a while, so I kind of got distracted by Mortal Kombat. Now, one thing I do find is Bloodborne spoils you for health items a hell of a lot more than the Dark Souls games ever did, which is, you know, nice. Actually, no. I'm gonna go for a quick attack more than anything. There we go. So yeah, you won't actually be able to level up in this game until you activate the first boss fight, which is fine, because to me that just makes it easier to justify spending my blood echoes on... No one's ever really dead in these games. They use Dead Space rules. The Molotov cocktail is a massive asset to have on you. At least earlier in the game. I'd imagine it probably becomes a little less useful later on. But yeah, for some of the bigger enemies and even the cleric beast itself. Speaking of the cleric beast, I think that's the bridge you fight it on. I think it should be over there somewhere. Not sure. Oh, I don't know. So trigger that lamp. So yeah, basically with the lamps you can use them to go back to Hunter's Dream, but there's no need to go back there just yet. There's nothing there for us for a while. I'm gonna talk to this little buddy.
Oh, you must be a hunter, and not one from around here either. I'm Gilbert, a fellow outsider. You must have had a fine time of it. Yharnam has a special way of treating guests. Well, I don't think I could stand if I wanted to, but I'm willing to help if there's anything that can be done. This town is cursed. Whatever your reasons might be, you should plan a swift exit. Whatever can be gained from this place, it will do more harm than good.
Oh, Gilbert, ever the pessimist, aren't you?
Pale blood, you say? Never heard of it. But if it's blood you're interested in, you should try the Healing Church. The Church controls all knowledge on blood ministration and all varieties of blood. Across the valley to the east of Yharnam lies the town of the Healing Church, known as the Cathedral Ward. And deep within Cathedral Ward is the old Grand Cathedral, the birthplace of the Healing Church's special blood. Or so they say. Yharnamites don't share much with outsiders. Normally they wouldn't let you near the place, but the hunt is on tonight. This might be your chance.
See, I'm not entirely sure what the hunt is as of yet. I don't know if that's why the crazy villagers have taken to the streets or whatnot, but it sounds like a delightful tradition for any town to have.
Across the valley to the east of Yharnam, you'll find the Cathedral Ward. Deep within lies the old main cathedral, said to be the source of blood. I haven't heard of pale blood. That's your best bet if it's anything to do with unique types of blood.
Okay, I just want to double check to see if he's repeating his dialogue.
Across the valley to the deep within, I haven't. That's your.
Yeah, okay. So we've kind of used up all of his dialogue. He will have more things to say a little later on. But for now, he's just being a bit of a Johnny Tight-Lips. The pebble is actually a very, very useful item as well. I'll show you why in a little bit. Hey, buddy. I didn't expect him to be a one-hit kill, not this early on. Wanton destruction, vandalism. Okay. So what I could drop down there, it would be bad juju. It would be very bad juju. Alright. So, pebble. There we go. Hit that. Oh, hang on. Ha, there we go. Hit that. Using good old-fashioned hoodlum tactics. So then, if I played my cards right, I should be able to creep up behind this guy and give him a visceral attack. There we go. Ah, there we go. Now, I don't know if visceral attacks give you, like, a little bit of a bonus in terms of, what's the word I'm looking for? Blood echoes. Or if they're solely just, for extra damage. Never really looked into that. We'll make ourselves a nice little shortcut here. And this will open us back up to the first area, which is by the sick room. Oh, actually, about the sick room. Back where we killed that werewolf guy, actually. I forgot, there's one thing to do. I'm gonna go back here. Thank God I remembered this before I went too far. Oh, me and my forgetful nature. So there's a lamp here as well. That's activated by default. Fantastic. So you go back up here, you get to talk to, if I angle it right, that lady in there. That lovely lady.
Are you out on the hunt? Then I'm very sorry, but I cannot open this door. I am Iosefka. The patients here in my clinic must not be exposed to infection. I know that you hunt for us, for our town, but I'm sorry. Please. This is all that I can do.
Iosefka's blood vial is actually quite handy.
Go. And good hunting.
I've never actually used it yet because I want to keep it for an emergency situation, but I think if you into my inventory. Yeah. So it invigorates the senses, restoring a larger amount of HP. So it's basically a super potion.
Are you still
a mega
in
potion.
Need of something? But I have nothing more to offer. Please, try to understand my position. I can only pray for a fruitful hunt.
I do understand your position. It's on the other side of the door I want to walk through.
Are you still? But I have. Please, I.
Okay, yeah, just reusing her dialogue. Also, I love that she's like, I can't risk them being exposed to infection. There's a lot of broken window panes here. You know, it's not like you're going to keep out all the bacteria or anything. I don't trust Iosefka, though. I really don't.